actually make some spaghetti, salad, garlic bread with my own twist. But besides that, I'm gonna make a sweet potato bread that my grandma used to make for us when we was little. So if you like sweet potato pie, you're gonna love this. So in this bowl right here, my shell bag out the way, I have 6 small sweet potatoes. Okay. I got one good grease pan, glass pan grease with a lot of butter. So to this potatoes, we're gonna add a 1.5 cups of sugar. A cup of brown sugar. 1 cup of flour. We don't need no baking soda, we don't need no baking powder, none of that. Then we're gonna mix this up. Slowly mix it up. I got an old-fashioned mixer, but you know, I do anything for a stand mixer. So you see, I'm still old-fashioned here. So don't laugh at me pretty much. So we're gonna get that mixed up pretty good. Okay. A little spatula, get the sides down a little bit. Now, to this mixture, we're gonna add 1 stick of butter. Softened butter. Okay. And we're gonna add 2 eggs. Which I have to go to the refrigerator and get because you know, like I live here. I forgot to put it on tape. So excuse me for 1 minute. Okay, and we're gonna add 2 eggs to this butter and this flour mix. 1 egg at a time. Get it mixed up. Now that was self-rising flour, people, not all purpose. Get that mixed up real good. Slide it down a little bit. Now, I'm going to share with y'all, I know it's been a minute since I did a video, but it's also going to be a minute before I do another one. Because I go in the hospital for my surgery on Thursday, so I'll probably be down about a good 6 weeks. But when I come back, I promise, y'all gonna love it. I got some good stuff going on for y'all. So in this, we got 1/2 teaspoon, half teaspoon of lemon flavor. Half teaspoon of vanilla. Ooh, that's a little more than a half teaspoon, but hey, it's all good.
Never can have too much vanilla.
Never can have too much vanilla. And then we're gonna use, I'm gonna eyeball it, because my measuring wet, but we're gonna put about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Because you have to season everything. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different here. And we're not gonna use the motor because the motor kind of makes your flavor evaporate when you're using the rotary. So I like to fold mine in. So we're gonna kind of shake this down. Get that out of the way. It moved pretty quick even though it's old-fashioned. Right? Ooh, it's hot down here in Florida. Then we're gonna fold this in. Okay. Now this is a 20-ounce can of pineapples. You're gonna get crushed or chunky, but I got chunky today. And we're gonna put that in there. You know what? We can use the juice too, but gonna make it a little more sweeter. But the sweeter it is, the meat, the better it tastes. So I'm gonna fold that in there. Mix it in. Add the pineapples.
With instant acceleration, electric cars are more fun to drive and more affordable than ever. Electric cars are here. Plug into the present.
And we got a 1/2 cup of maraschino cherries that I diced down the middle in half. Fold that in. Now you can add nuts to this if you want to, you know, whatever. Then we're gonna add it to this greased glass dish here. Feel like I might have too much, but I might have just enough, people. Yeah, baby. Cherries. Oh, that's my granddaughter I'm talking to, y'all. She's gonna be a guest with me on one of my shows. She like to help me cook. So when I come back, she'll probably be on my next show that I do. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I'm gonna make good for you, for y'all good people out there. So if you have something you want to see me make, write in and text it in, put it in. Well, you know I'm old school, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay. Get rid of that. We're gonna sit it on this pan here. That's my and sitting on the baking dish in case it want to boil over. Then we're gonna put it in 375-degree oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. Okay, y'all, we started off with the potato bread I got in the oven at 375. Remember, 45 to 50 minutes. We're gonna cook that. So now we're gonna move on to the spaghetti. Now, dealing with the spaghetti with me, I'm sorry I got a head start on y'all folks. Because when I make my spaghetti, I like mine separate. I don't like it together. I also like to cook my sauce 2 to 3 hours. So my sauce been cooking since 11:30 this morning. So it's now maybe 4 o'clock our time. So it's been cooking on low for about 3 hours. So it can get that rich homemade taste. I hate opening up, making sauce and somebody cooking on 10-15 minutes. It still tastes, I don't know, brandy. I don't know. It just doesn't taste right. So for me, I have to cook mine for a long time. So that's been cooking for a couple hours on low, people. So it's nice and rich. So in this part right here, I have a 36-ounce packet of ground beef. So we're going to cook this ground beef down in this pot here. Okay. So your hands is the best tool.
Say, don't forget them sausages.
Oh, I'm not going to forget it.
Yes,
So we're going to put this ground beef in there. Your hands is the best tools. That's what I was taught in culinary school. So not only do I call myself Chef Lily, I also have been to school for it. So, and I also want to let y'all know it's a journey. The journey that I went through with my breast cancer is something that I want to share with y'all that I thought I would never share with the world. The way my body was disfigured from my breast cancer. So when I come back from my surgery, I'm going to show y'all pictures of before and after and share a little bit of my journey with you and shed tears of joy because there's nothing but happiness here. Okay, right here on this counter here on my little board, I have 3 Italian sausage. Now, a lot of people like to put Rogerwood and, you know, breakfast sausage in their spaghetti. To me, that don't belong in spaghetti. I hate it. So, but to each his own. So when I use Italian sauce, so what I do, I take the casing off of it like this. Peel that casing off. We're going to drop that. So this is for my viewer that want to see spaghetti and garlic bread and salad. But the little bonus is potato bread, y'all. So, like I said, anything you want me to see, want me to cook, just let me know. And I'll try my hardest to get it for you. Okay? Cut that casing off, and you see that break, and you just peel it by it. That one want to be stubborn. Oh, off of there. There we go. We're going to get that dumped and washed in a minute here. Break that up a little bit, because if you don't, it'll stay whole. And we don't want whole pieces in there. Again, this is a mild Italian sausage. You can use spicy. You can even use sweet. But whatever your tongue prefer. And the last one. Okay. Break that one down now. And I also said I was going to start making, I like to pair my Kool-Aid with my food. Like some people like to pair wine with their dinner. I pair Kool-Aid with my dinner because remember this is cooking in the hood, y'all. Love that. So around here we do I do a lot of Kool-Aid. I don't buy sodas. I love to make Kool-Aid. I love to make different types, mix up different flavors, things like that. So we're going to dump this case in here. Open the garbage. We're going to get this in the sink with the knives. Okay, on the counter here in these bowls, I have a half an onion that I chopped and diced that I'm going to add to this. That's just my water. I keep my spoon in and keep it red. Get that on top. I got a half a bell pepper that I've also chopped. And in this little cup, I have 1 shallot and 1 small garlic that's going in there. Because I already put most of the garlic inside of my sauce. So, but in my sauce I have a can of fire roasted tomatoes, a can of stewed tomatoes, and I have 2 bay leaves, and I use a tablespoon of basil, 2 tablespoons of oregano, and I put a half an onion, a half a bell pepper, and 3 cloves of garlic in there as it cooks. Okay, get that out the way, wipe this down. Excuse me. Okay, now we're going to put up some pep salt in here. So I'm going to eyeball this. So we're going to use a teaspoon of salt. And remember, you can always add salt, but you can't take it away. We're going to use chili powder instead of black pepper in this case. So, say about a 1/4 of a teaspoon of chili powder. I don't want it too spicy. Then I have some Tony's, some Creole Tony seasoning here. So you're going to sprinkle about half a teaspoon of that on top. Now this is collard green seasoning. Now the reason I use this because it has garlic, onions, tomatoes, and basil in it. So we're going to use we're going to call that a top full, maybe a half a top full of that in there. It's not just for greens, y'all, it's for all kind of stuff. We got all different kind of seasoning in it. Okay. We're going to mix that around. Now, get it going. Now we don't want to mesh our meat around too much because I like my meat kind of chunky. So we're going to let this go and let this cook for a minute. I'm going to find the lid to this. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Okay. Close that up. We're going to let that cook. And while that's cooking, we're going to get these dishes clean. Dump right quick. Change my water. We'll get that in the oven next. And then we're going to put this salad together with my little twist. I'm going to add fresh cranberries to this, dry cranberries to this salad. Add nothing you want. Your own little twist on everything you do. Okay. Let's go to the refrigerator and get this garlic bread for you. Alright, let me go to the refrigerator and get this garlic bread. Get that out of the way. While that meat cook and I add it to the sauce. Okay, y'all. Now, I have up here my garlic bread. So this is just parsley on it. Then we're going to put it in the oven. So we're going to add some fresh Parmesan cheese on top of that. So this Parmesan cheese is about regular. Good quality since 1938, to say. So we're going to use this, you know, if I can get this plastic off. Alright. And over here in this drainer here, we have our meat that we cooked, our sausage and our ground beef. I got a nice little chunks for you there, with your vegetables on it. And we're going to add it to that sauce there. And then in this pot, I have my water boiling for my noodles. And in this pot, this is a half a cup of sugar, a stick of butter, and about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice that I squeezed in there. And we're gonna reduce it down to a glaze, and that's what we're gonna put over the bread pudding to cut down the richness and the sweetness in it. So you're seeing the pineapples and the cherries and all that in there. So get that off. So now we're gonna add up some cheese on top of this. This is for my viewer that want me to put my own spin on something. This is for you. That Parmesan cheese on there, then we're going to have some of this to go on top of our spaghetti also as well. That's going to be left like for the spaghetti, y'all. We also going to put this in a 375 degree oven for about 8 minutes. So we're going to turn this around. That bread pudding now, that's rising up, looking real good. Here. We're going to put this on the bottom. When you put it on the top right, it's going to cook too fast because heat rises, so things on the top cook faster than things on the bottom. Remember that. Okay? So now, here's our sauce. That, turn that back on low. I told you I've been cooking for a couple of hours with the richness and the goodness in it and the thickness. Because there's nothing worse than watered down spaghetti sauce. Because when you coat your noodles, sauce supposed to stick. So if it's got water on it, it's just going to sink to the bottom. So, I'm going to add that meat to that. All that goodness, and we're going to mix it up in there. I got my bowl down in that sauce there. Okay. And we're just gonna mix that up in there, fold that in. And as you prepare your plate, remember to look out for the bay leaves now, 'cause you can't eat those people. So you're gonna add that meat. That's my meat sauce with my spaghetti, which is done. Remember, I've been cooking the sauce for hours. So we're just gonna put the lid back on that, and then we're gonna get these pasta noodles in there, in the pot. Look at that. Watch that in a minute. So in this pot, I have a half stick of margarine in there with that water and a lot of salt. Remember, it gotta be flavored like the ocean, they say, for your pasta noodles to get some flavor. You don't have one tiny seasoning. So I don't believe in breaking my noodles either. So we're just gonna sit this down in there, the whole box. Excuse me. Might need to add a little bit more water to the top of that. That's gonna boil in a little minute there. A little bit of water. Hot water so it can keep boiling. They'll break down for me in a minute. Okay. Now, we're gonna get to the salad. Now, I like to put boiled eggs in my salad. I don't know if everybody like to cook their salad that way, but that's the way I do mine. So with my little twist today, I had a Dole salad packet that I got. Y'all buy that. It's good. It has the croutons, the cheese, the nuts in it already. We got shaved Parmesan, we got the salad dressing, and we got the croutons. Go on top there. So, my little twist for my viewer is I'm going to put dried cranberries in my salad. Now with the egg, we're gonna top it off with the egg, but I really don't like to add my egg until it's time to eat because it will make it get watery. So we have 1 tomato here that we're gonna cut up for our salad. We're gonna move this back over here while I dice this tomato. Yeah. Okay. Cut that end off.
Unfortunately, for too many of these cases are the result of the hospital's or medical professionals' negligence. If your child suffered a bone injury, call us.
I'll cut it down the middle there.
Or him or the people
Like that. And we're gonna get rid of this piece here. Okay. So we're gonna add our little salad mixture that I already washed and strained and dried. Gonna add that to the bowl. We're gonna put our tomatoes on top there. So we have some shaved Parmesan cheese that came in the packet there. We're gonna add that in there. Then we're gonna put a half cup of dried cranberries. We're just gonna do it by hand here. That goes to the top. About half a cup. And then we have 2 boiled eggs that I'm gonna. That's the easy way to do an egg, y'all. You get the air out both ends. You hit both ends, get the air out, and then you roll it. And the shell should pretty much come right on loose. So when I go over here and peel this, it won't take me but a second. And I'll be right back. I'll wash some of that shell. I'll make sure all the shell gone. And then we're going to cut our egg on the salad. And that's the perfect yolk. It's not green. You know when you cook a yolk and it come out green, that means you overcooked it. And that's where the sulfur build up. And that's when you get gassy and then you know what happens then. It don't smell too good. so you have to cook your egg just right, people.
Yes, cooking good, right.
So a perfect egg is when it comes to a full, you turn it, you put your egg in the pot and you turn on your pot to a medium-high heat and bring it to a boil. Let it boil 6 minutes and turn it off and let it sit in the water till it cool off. And then you should have the perfect egg. You see, it ain't taking long to get that shell off. And you get that air out and it comes right out. And then put the egg across the top just like that. And that's our salad. Look at all the pretty colors that you got in there. You got the red, you got the green, you got the yellow, you got the white. So, and we're going to get the lid to this. We're going to cover this salad up. And you put croutons on top and serve with the croutons when it's time to eat. Top it off with the croutons later. We're going to put this in the refrigerator. Keep it cold. Our spaghetti noodles have shrunk down inside of the water there. So they should pretty much be ready. in a minute because you want it al dente, of course. See, they all go down in that water after a while. You don't have to break them. That's just what we used to do back in the day, but as I learned that you're not supposed to pop spaghetti, I pretty much leave it home when I realize the water gonna shrink it down in there anyway. You ain't gotta make it fit. If it don't force, don't fix it. Don't fit, don't. If it don't force, if it don't fit, don't force it. I know I get it right sooner or later. We're gonna strain those in a minute. Now we're gonna check on our juice back there for our sauce, for our potato bread, our bread, potato bread. I'm gonna let that reduce a little more. Let's turn it around here so y'all can see. So that's reducing. That's just the sugar, the stick of butter, and the lemon juice. That's gonna reduce and get real thick for us. Okay. Turn it up on 3. Okay. So we pretty much getting things done here. So while we doing that and waiting, I'm gonna wash these dishes up, and then we're gonna check on the garlic bread. Okay, y'all, we're gonna check on our garlic bread here. Now, to me, my garlic bread is ready because I don't like brown cheese. I don't want no brown cheese.
No brown cheese.
No brown cheese.
No.
So no brown cheese. So this is nice and ready for me. My Parmesan nice and melted, and my bread is good and golden brown on the bottom. So that's how I like mine, to each his own. That looks good. It's nice and hot. Nice and golden on the bottom. Woo!
That's hot.
That's hot. So we got our bread. Now, we're going to strain the spaghetti. That's nice and ready. Good. Look at that. Take the spaghetti over here. Strain it. Now let me tell y'all a little secret that I do. I like to get my spaghetti and toss it in a little butter and sit it back in my pot with the lid on it. To keep it nice and loose for you. It'll be all good. There you go, son. A tablespoon of margarine. So I got a good tablespoon right there in my refrigerator. You're gonna drop the tablespoon of margarine in that pot. Then we're going to add our noodles back to it. Ooh, hot. Then I'm going to take my tongs, if I can get them, out of here. Oh boy, I'm seem to be stuck, y'all. Where's my tongue, Dawn? Oh, here they go. That's what's stopping my draw from being open. See, this is cooking in the hood. Didn't I say that? Okay, we'll take the tongue. Let's bust them off. We're going to toss around that butter around in that spaghetti. Get them all coated with that butter. So that way they won't be so sticky on you when you get ready to eat them. Get you some. And then you put the lid on to keep the air from drying out the spaghetti. You're good to go. Okay. Now, we're going to fix up a plate of this stuff right here for you so you can see. We're going to do our salad. We're going to do our plate with spaghetti. Salsa. Salad. There. Let me get the plate, and let me show you how you're gonna fix up this spaghetti. Now I grew up, like I said, with my sauce separate from my spaghetti. I don't like it together. That's not what I prefer. That's not how I get down. So I'm just gonna take some of this spaghetti. And we're gonna put some on this plate here.
There is a God.
We're gonna add some to this plate. Okay. Then we're gonna take us a spoon or you see see what I'm talking about.
Plastic ladle.
Soup spoon, soup
Ladle.
ladle. Ladle, there we go. Then we're gonna get some of this sauce. Then we're gonna put it over top of this spaghetti like that.
Yeah, it sit on top of that too. Man.
And then we toss them together to get it coated. Coat up some of them noodles. Coat up some of the noodles. Just get a little sauce on it. So that way when you put the other sauce on it, with a lot of the meat, then we add the meat, some more sauce to the top like that.
That's fat boy plate right there.
Fat boy plate. Yeah. Some of that Parmesan cheese we had left over, I'm going on top of that. Just like that. Then we're going to get our knife. Cover up this sauce here. Then we're going to come over here to this garlic bread. Get some of this salad. Make sure all these ingredients get some all that good ingredients right there. Some bread. Add a little croutons to the top. We're good to go. And there go our Sunday down. There go the spaghetti with my twist, with my garlic bread and my salad. That's for my viewer. That's for you, my viewer. That's for you. Huh? Now, we can get ready to check on our bread. Our potato bread, though. Trey, where you at? Look, it's an outlet right behind you in that chair. Come on, get this food, girl. Be at the table. So we're looking at our bread. It's nice and golden brown. It smells so good. Y'all just don't know. It's about ready. And we got another good 10 minutes. And it's getting set in the middle. Another 5-10 minutes, and that's done. So we're gonna check on our sauce here, our little glaze. It's reducing down. That's the lemon juice, sugar, and butter. Then we're gonna put over the top of the potato bread to cut some of that richness. Okay. So while that cook and wait for this potato bread, we're gonna take a little break, and I'll be right back with y'all in 1 minute. Okay, good people. This is the sweet potato bread I told you that my grandma used to make for us. So it baked in the oven at 375 for a good 45-50 minutes. See it? See how good that looks? Now this is like sweet potato pie without the crust. Now you know when you make sweet potato pie, you don't add flour. So by you making bread, you have to add flour to it. That's the only difference. And there's no crust on the bottom. So now we're gonna cut into this. So y'all can see it in the middle. And get us a nice. I hope it's cool enough and it don't fall apart on me. Still kind of hot there. But we're gonna get this spatula right here. We're gonna try to get up in there. It's still kind of hot, people. But that's the end result of it. Then we're gonna take it. And this glaze we made earlier, which was the butter and the lemon juice and the sugar. It got cold. It melt down again. It got cold on me, Sean.
Oh, warming back on up.
I am. Warming back on up. But this is the inside of it. It's still kind of warm, but you get the picture. When you cut it, it's going to come out nice and solid. Oh, that tastes so good. But y'all try the recipe, and I guarantee y'all will love it. So we're going to take this glaze over here, which I'm trying to get warm back up. Get y'all good people right quick. So you can see what I'm talking about. Remember this lemon juice and the sugar and the butter, which I should have kept it on low. I don't know what I was thinking about when I took it off the stove. Gotta heat that back up right quick. I want to get some heat on you, so I can put you over that tater bread. Why I leave that on low, y'all? Because I must be tired and trying to get out the kitchen. I don't know why I leave that. I know I should have left it on low. So, now I got to get it back right. So just bear with me. I'm mad at myself for that. I don't know why I ain't leave it on low. So now we got to stand up here and wait for this sauce to melt down. Again. To get a little heat to it. Now, any other time, I guess it's like boiled water. You know, they say if you watch it, it never boil. So I guess if I turn my head for a minute, then it probably gets itself together like it should. You know? So while that's doing that, I'm going to wipe my table off over here. While we on that sauce to come back together. Leave that on. Is it good, cameraman?
It is.
Thank you. Well, trust me, y'all gonna love that once you try it. Okay, so we got this a little. We're just gonna, my sauce separated on me just a little bit, y'all, but don't do like I did. When you cook, when you get this done, keep it on low if you're not gonna use it right then, like I should have, like a dummy. But we just gonna drizzle a little bit of this over that. Cut out some of that richness, because you know it got that lemon juice in it. And that butter. There you go. And there go your sauce. And there go your tater bread. That's what my grandma's tater bread was like. It was one of my favorite dishes. One of my favorite sweet dishes coming up anyways. So, try that recipe and I guarantee y'all will like it. So, this has been Chef Lily with Cooking in the Hood. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. And remember, I go in the hospital for my surgery on Thursday. So, keep me in your prayers. And I'll be back with y'all after I recover. So, till next time, holla at you.